Good evening, one and all. How are you all? I hope your day went well. So we'll go ahead and start the session within 5 minutes. Okay. So, hi everybody. I hope everybody is in great shape today. So, today, hi Patnaik sir. Nice seeing you here. So, today we are gonna see some of EC2 and EBS options we got, because as a cloud engineer, we need to know all the general options also. So, let me share my screen first of all. So, we are gonna see something is called. First thing is so what are these status checks? Every day we are seeing 2x2 status checks passed and all, right? So today I wanna explain it. What is this status checks actually? Okay. So what do you think the process goes on? Like when we launch a EC2, do they create new ones, or they are allowing us to share what they have? Am I audible? Am I audible, everybody?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay. So what do you think the process goes on in the backend? Like when we launch an EC2, do they create a new one, or they're allowing to share what they have, what they already have?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, my voice is coming very, very low. Think what they have. Yes. So I can understand that some people are in dilemma. So imagine if we have 600 to 700 machines. 700. So imagine all over the world how much physical infrastructure is needed. So we should always remember that maybe launching virtual servers is easy, but to maintain that much physical infrastructure, it is very, very hard. So technically speaking, they have a big underlying hardware. So how that hardware looks like, I write it here. So a big underlying hardware. So very, very high configuration, maybe 1 lakh GB RAM, 1 lakh TB hard disk, CPU, and all. So on top of this machine, there they have a virtualization software. So on top of this thing, they have virtualization software. So using this virtualization software, they will launch virtual machines, like EC2, like the virtual servers. So these are nothing but our EC2.
ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಮಾಡೋಣ.
Please, everybody, I request everybody to stay mute, please. So in my demo class, I have told like, before cloud and after cloud. Yes or no? So before cloud, what happened? They used to use physical machines, but now we are using, by renting virtual servers and all. So there is only a single component, uh, like this, a big single component with a very heavy underlying hardware, and on top of it there is a virtualization software. So first of all, what do we mean by virtualization software? Any idea? What is a virtualization software? What is virtualization software? Create an abstract layer. So some of the, some of the names of the software, the virtualization. Okay, somebody did. Yes, yes, Avinash sir. Yes, yes, Patnaik sir. So Oracle VirtualBox, VM workstation, VMware workstation. These are some of the examples of virtualization software. So let's say we are using Windows laptop. And if I ask you, can you launch Linux instance? Is it possible or not? Yes, it is possible. So how can you launch Linux in Windows? Everything, even OS is different, right? Yes or no? But how can we launch it? Straight away, we cannot launch it. But by installing some softwares, you can launch it. So that software, we call it as virtualization software. So what does this software does? This software provides you the environment to launch whichever machine you want to launch. So you need CPU, RAM, hard disk, right? To launch any machine. So where it will provide, if my Windows machine is having, some 6 GB RAM and 2 TB hard disk. So out of this, maybe it will consume the moment after I install the virtualization software, what it will do, the software will reserve some maybe 2 GB RAM and some 200 GB hard disk, it will reserve for utilization of this software. So why? Because we will launch a Linux machine inside my Windows machine by consuming this much of specifications. So the software is utilizing my physical configuration and it is applying it to the virtual machine, be it Linux, Ubuntu, anything. So that Linux machine is technically running on my Windows machine only. So this is how a virtualization software works. So to simply put, to say it in a very, very few lines, virtualization software creates an environment with which you can create any OS you want by utilizing your physical configuration of CPU, RAM, and hard disk. So you can install the software anywhere. So similarly, AWS uses a virtualization software called Zen, a virtualization software called Zen. So let me launch a machine. So in the name status check, what is actually happening? So let me log into my console. So let it come running. Meanwhile, so every day we are seeing a thing called status check. So in the backend, what is happening? It will check what? This is the numbering system. So that's why, like, it is checking, it will check hardware and software. So that is why only when these both are fine, like up and running, then only it will get 2x2 status checks passed. So if anyone fails, it is not possible to launch a machine. So for some sysops administration certification, these are some of the important questions for that. If anybody is interested for sysops administrative certification. So basically, if 2x2 means what? Hardware is working fine and software is working fine. Yes or no? So now can anybody tell me what is 1/2? Which one is down? Is it hardware or software is down? Software is down. So hardware is done, but software is not possible. So if you ever come across this 1/2 situation, what is the solution? What is the solution in this case? Okay. So with what help are we launching EC2 basically? With what help are we launching EC2? With the help of this Zen software. Yes or no? The help of Zen, we were able to launch an EC2. So if in our laptop, if we install any new software, where will be the directories will be created? Where the directories will be created? Whenever we C drive. Thank you, Srinivasan sir. So sometimes if it says cannot install the software, you will delete whatever remaining files are there and you will reinstall it. Yes or no? So Zen software is like a C drive, like a OS related file. So sometimes when we start we cannot see the home screen immediately. Because some OS related files can be sometimes in a resting or hibernating state. So at that time, what will they say? What is the solution to that thing? whenever our home page is in some resting or hibernating state, what is the solution? What do? We'll restart the system. Yes or no? So even for our laptops, it will ask to restart to see the new updates or changes made. Yes or no? So what happens when the new software goes? What happens in that new software which we have installed goes and incorporates with the OS. So here also, when we get the software issues, the solution is to reboot the machine. To reboot the machine. So, because whenever we reboot the system, is it rebooting all the drives or only the C drive? Only C drive. So that is the reason, because then is something like a C drive file. So we will reboot the system. So where we get that option, basically, select this instance. You can go here. You see the option reboot the instance. So we'll give that in order to get 2x2 status checks fast. So that is the solution now. So now, what is the other thing? Okay, this is fine. 1/2 means but now 0/2. In this case, what is happening? I'm not telling it is a very, very regular case, but it is a very rare case, but still happens. So whenever this thing happens, what is the solution here? Zero by two means both hardware and software. Both hardware and software has failed the checks. So in this situation, what is the solution actually? We need to stop and start back the system. It's like shutting it down and restarting it. So what happens is, it is not the only component in the whole data warehouse. So no, like this, there will be many components. So what happens when this particular virtualization software, when this particular machine component is not working, when you stop your system and start back your system, your EC2 will jump from this component to another component. And if this also fails, it again jumps to another component. So normally this doesn't happen, because whenever a server is down, for user, an active working server will be redirected. So in the same way, we will be redirected towards a component which is actively working. So if this doesn't work, then we will again jump to another component. If this also doesn't work, then our EC2 will jump to another component. Like that, it will keep on shifting the components until it gets 2x2 status checks passed. Normally, it will not take more than a single jump. So we don't need to worry for that. Now we are going to see an option called, so that is about status checks, and for what status check, what is the solution and all. So now we are going to see something called protection from accidental termination. So this with this what we can do? What does this actually mean? Protection from accidental termination means. For example, a newbie has been joined into the company, like an intern or a fresher. So what happens in console? We have n number of instances running out. Like, there are so many instances running. So a single person, we asked an intern or a newbie to delete a particular instance, to terminate it. But instead of doing that, if that new person who came to the company deleted a production instance, it will be very, very difficult, because production instances are no easy. So it will mess all the things up. So in order to avoid such kind of silly mistakes, what is the thing that we are, in real time, all production instances in all companies will use this in order to avoid such kind of silly mistakes. So how we can enable protection from accidental termination is select the instance, then go to actions. So here you can see in the instance settings, change termination protection. So just click on it. So by default, it is in disabled state. So we need to enable this thing. So now I have successfully enabled it. Now you can see. You can see I can't even get the option to terminate also. So it is telling termination protection is enabled for one or more of the selected instances. So that means I am not able to even select the option. I am not given the option. It is in a freezed state. So if anybody asks me, like, can you do this only after launching or while launching also? 95% in cloud, anything is possible while launching also. So as I said, 95% it will be from the third step only. So you can scroll down it a little bit and you can see enable termination protection. So protect against accidental termination. So in companies, what happens is by default, we'll select this option while creating the instance itself, because we cannot take any risk for the production instances and some of the project related, instances and all. So while creating itself, we'll select this enable termination protection option, which helps us not to delete or terminate this particular instance. So in a similar way, let us talk about encryption. What do we mean by encryption? Encoding, ciphertext. So something like, can we say encryption is like some kind of locking? Yes. So we can encrypt our D drives, C drives, F drives also, right? For our system. So in a similar way, here drives are nothing but volumes. So you can see here. So you can see here, if we add volume, we can do the volumes here. So here, if you go to this encryption tab, you click on this thing, you see by default, AWS is giving us an encryption key. If not, we can always go with paid encryptions also. So now who can unlock this? Only the one who has the Now, who can unlock this? Only the one who has the decryption code, decryption number and all. So this is how this thing works, encryption. So it is allowing us to encrypt each drive separately also in AWS. So now delete on termination. What is delete on termination? What are we asking to terminate what? Delete on termination. So terminating the instance and deleting the, always this thing is marked. Whenever we are, launching an instance, it is always marked in a marked position. So whenever we want to delete EC2 and we don't want to delete the volumes, volumes to be deleted, we need to unmark this thing. So if we want, we can use it, in the future of this volume and all. So for example, let me give we give 10 here. So in order to remove this accidental termination, just go to change this thing, disable it. Now we can get the option to terminate this instance. So terminate it. So here I am activating delete on termination for 2 drives, but I'm not activating on another drive. So add tags. So here in the left side of the screen, go to volumes here under Elastic Block Store. So here you can see all our drives which belong to volumes EC2. So now can anybody tell me which 8 GB is the root drive and which 8 GB is the normal extra drive? First one, which has the snapshot? Yes, Patnaik sir. Which has the snap option, that is actually our root drive. Because this is a root, which this is the snap which got created by AWS by default whenever a fresh volume is, fresh root is being created. So if you go to, everybody please turn mute, please. Shankar sir, thank you. So if you go to snapshot, so if you go to snapshots here, you see, you can't see any snapshots in this region because that is the snapshot which got created along with with the by AWS. So this is a snap which is created by default. So here, if I scroll, sir, I'm muting you and you're unmuting yourself. Please don't mute it, sir. Unmute it, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So now, now the volume state says what? Now the volume state says what? In use. So in use means attached to an EC2. In use means attached to an EC2. So now what I will do, I will only go ahead and terminate this instance. Now, what do you think in volumes tab? How many volumes I can see if I go there now? So if I go there to my volumes tab, how many volumes can I see now? You see, why this 10 GB was not gone? Because we haven't activated delete on termination. Because we haven't activated delete on termination, this 10 GB was left. Yes. So what is delete on termination actually means? We are asking AWS console to delete this particular volume whenever the instance is being terminated. So that is the meaning of that delete on termination thing. So we are asking AWS to delete the volumes whenever a particular instance is being terminated. So before we have seen the state of this volume as in use. So now what we can see, if I scroll it to the left, to my right, what I can see, what is the status, say status we can see. What do you think? You see, what does it say? The volume state is available, which is nothing but not attached to an EC2. Not attached to an EC2. So in use means attached to an EC2. Available means not attached to an EC2. So that is the only thing that you should remember. So now we will go ahead and we can attach a volume, detach a volume. I have already told you. So how can we attach a volume? That thing we will see. So first, let me go ahead and launch two instances. So I'm going to give one A here. I'm going to launch another one in 1B here. So one instance is already running. Let the other one also come. So before it comes, let me show you another option while that is loaded. So let us talk about types of volume types. So in this root drive, if we click on this thing, you can see how many types of volumes. You can see how many types of volumes. Three types. Thank you, sir. So here, how many types of volumes can we see? The second drive, how many types of volumes we can see? If first one is having 3, and how many is the second one is having? Please, everybody stay on mute. I'm not asking about how many options are there here. I'm asking how many types of volumes are there. So here, for 5 options, if we know that it is so for 5 options, we know for a fact that these are 3 types of volumes. And we can see 7 options here. But how many types are there actually? 5 types, yes or no? These 3 options plus SC1 and ST1. So why root drive is being proposed only 3 types of volumes, and why other drives, even if we add another drive also, it is also showing 5 types. Why 5 types of options are 5 types of volumes are being proposed to the other drives, and why the root drive is not being proposed SC1 and ST1? So if you can observe here, this has SC1 and ST1, and these are which type of volumes? HDD ones, and here there is no HDD because SC1 and ST1 doesn't have rootable properties. SC1 and ST1 doesn't have no bootable properties. So, and what is the other name for C drive basically? What is the other name for C drive? What is the other name for C drive? Yeah, in AWS it is the root drive, but what is the other name? It is a bootable drive, yes or no? Because whenever the system needs a reboot, it will reboot only C drive. That is why it is called as bootable drive. So why anybody will, I mean, that is why AWS is not proposing this SC1 and ST1, because they don't have any bootable properties. So when they don't have the things that are necessary for a particular drive, AWS is obviously not gonna propose those kind of options to the root drive. But for every other drive, it proposes the non-bootable property volume types also. So that is why root drive is having only 3 types of volumes, and why other drives are having 5 types of volume types. So now let's go ahead and see some of the volume types we got. So what is SSD basically? What is SSD? What is SSD? Solid state drive. Thank you, Bhartina. So, and what is HDD? Hard disk drive. This is nothing but hard disk drive. So yeah, HDD is nothing, is a less frequently used one, which is this cheapest one, infrequently used storage and all. So you might ask me here, and the only difference between SSD and HDD is there are three main differences. One is availability, durability, cost. So what do I mean by availability? What do I mean by availability? For example, if we upload any Facebook picture or WhatsApp picture, immediately our friends and family were able to see that picture, right? Yes or no? Because it is available. Yes or no? It is made ready. Immediately it is possible. So that is what I mean by availability. And durability means we know long lasting. And cost, which is expensive and all. So obviously SSD is highly available, highly durable, and expensive enough. And HDD is less available, less durable, and cheapest. And what is IOPS means? What does IOPS mean? What is IOPS? Input output per second. Input output per second. So you might ask me, like, why AWS is proposing such a old, cheap, and infrequently used one. So if you take some examples, right now we are using 4G and 5G mobiles, right? But there are still users who use 2G and 3G. Yes or no? Just because 5G and 4G is into the market, did all the network providers like Airtel, Jio, Vodafone, whatever are there, did they stop proposing plans for 2G mobiles and 3G mobiles? No, because just because we got the updated system, that doesn't mean everybody is having the compatible device or the component to work along with it. So in a similar way, so before, because hardly SSD came into the market like 3 to 4 years, hardly. So before all that, everybody is using hard disk drives only. So that is the main reason, because just because we got the updated one, that doesn't mean we have to throw away the components that we already have. So it completely depends upon whether you are going with SSD or HDD, depending upon the project we use. So there is nothing to get worried or worked up about, using only SSD or only HDD. So that is about volume types. I think by this time our instances are up and running perfectly. So now what I want to do, okay, let me mark it 1. Let me mark it 2. So we can add tags here also, like if we are very, very busy and we just launched our instance within 2 clicks, like, the chose the AMI and directly selected review and launch option. So we can give our tags here and all. We can later, we can edit all the things that we need. So now what I want to do is, we know for a fact that we have a volume running here, yes or no? So I want to attach this volume to a particular running instance. So can I do that or no? We'll see it here. So in actions, so we need to modify the volume or delete the volume or attach the volume. So I'm gonna attach the volume. So it is stating, the minute I select the attach volume, it is showing some availability zone. Why it is showing, we'll understand. So now you can see it here. Only instances in the same availability zone as the selected volume are displayed. That means only the, now you can understand why I have given 1A and 1B. So only the instances which are inside this particular availability zone, only those will be displayed here. You see, only one is showing. Normally we have 2 running instances, but now it is showing only one because this is the only availability zone that we got. So just select the instance that we want to attach it and attach the volume. So it is like if a biryani is available in Hyderabad, we can't take it out in Bangalore or somewhere else. We have to be in Hyderabad in order to have that particular biryani. I know it is a very, very weird example. So now let us go ahead and see the volume state here. So if you can go here, you can see it is in use. So now if I terminate that particular instance, do you think what happens? Right. Do you think this will be gone? This 10 GB also will be gone along with it. What do you think? No, it will just get detached and makes it available only. So let me terminate an instance. I'm terminating the second instance, which I never used. I just wanted to demonstrate you why it is showing one availability zone. So now, while the machine is running itself, I told you, you can, because in the form of an external device, EC2 is having this flexibility because we can choose whatever hard disk we want, RAM we want, and CPU we want. So I want to show you, while the machine is running itself, can we edit the volume or no? So if you can see here, this 8 GB will be gone, which is associated with the second instance. So I'm just gonna select this volume, go to actions, modify volume. So while the machine is running itself, we can see like whether we can change it or not. So it is 10. Now I want to give some 20. Modify. So if I refresh it, you can see it has been changed. I can change the configuration of this machine while the machine is running state only. You can see. So this 8 GB is the root drive and this 20 is the modified volume. So that is how we can edit a volume. And if we want to detach this particular volume from an instance, just select detach volume, detach. So if we go here, normally it will come in available state in a minute. So only a single, you see, available and optimizing it. So it is not in use anymore. So this is how we play with volume options. So now I wanna ask you the difference between scale in, scale out, scale up, scale down. What is the difference here? So scale in and scale out, we have already seen this terminology while creating auto scaling groups. So scale in, scale out means it is talking about number of increase and decrease. Yes, no. It is talking about increasing and decreasing of number of machines. Scale up and scale down means it is actually talking about what? Yeah, volumes or configuration. It is talking about configuration, like CPU and RAM and EBS configurations. RAM plus CPU and EBS. So I just showed you how you can, this one we already know how to increase the number of machines using ASG. And this one also I have showed you how to increase the volume or decrease the volume using the option modify volume. So this one, how to change the configuration of a particular machine. So how we can see that. So let me go to the EC2 dashboard. For example, if I want to change, if I want to change CPU plus RAM of this particular machine, if we go to actions in instance settings, what is CPU plus RAM basically? Instance type. Yes or no? But we can't do it while the machine is up and running, because we need to changing the instance type while machine running is impossible. So we have to first stop the machine. So when the status is stopped, then only. So this is the particular thing which is stopping. So let it come to a stop state. So now the status is stopped. So if we go to actions, see instance settings. Now we got this highlighted. It is no more in freeze state. So if we select this thing, normally we are using t2.micro. But if you want to shrink it or enlarge it 16 times, 32 times, we can do whatever we want. So for the moment, I'm just showing this option. I'm not gonna show you how to change this thing, because the only pre-tier option that we got is t2.micro. So I want you to explore this option, but don't change anything if you're not willing to pay any bill. So we are so this is how we can change CPU plus RAM for an instance, and we can start back the instance and all. So let me terminate this thing because I no longer need it. So now we come to am I audible properly? Because I just got disconnected from the meeting. Am I audible properly? Yes. So let me share that my screen. So we come to last but one topic of today's session. So let us say I am working in Mumbai. Okay. So in Mumbai, I have my system with 8 GB and all. Because of my project requirement, I have downloaded some 100 softwares which require for my project. Okay. Now I have a colleague in Singapore who are having almost the similar kind of project. Okay. So because he or she being lazy, they asked me to send this 100 softwares to them. So what is the hardware here? Everything got a hardware and a smart way, right? So how can I send this 100 softwares to a colleague who is working in Singapore? So I can give all the list of this 100 softwares, and I can ask that particular person to download it from internet, which will take almost 2 to 3 business days to get it all and up and running. So sometimes there will be some issues and all to download. So that is a hard way. But what is the smart way here? What is the smart way? Convert this thing into an image. AMI, copy it to Singapore region, which hardly takes 5 minutes. Yes or no? So what does an AMI mean? AMI means OS. So customized AMI means customized OS. So what is happening here is, if you can recall, like 5 years before or 6 years before, when we buy a smartphone, it doesn't have all this WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat. Everything is not at all installed, like Disney Plus, Hotstar, Netflix, Prime Video. It is not at all downloaded. What we have to do, we have to go to the Play Store, and then we have to download it separately. Yes or no? But now, if you buy any phone, these are all pre-installed, already incorporated with your Android. Yes or no? So now what they have started, every company, each manufacturer started to uniquely incorporate the given social media apps or the entertaining apps along with the phone itself. So in a similar way, if I send only an OS, we don't need to send a OS, because he is using the same AWS account, because we are working in the same company. Globally, the account will be same, but I am a different IAM user, and he is a different IAM user. So what happens when this particular person need this 100 softwares, which were already incorporated in my OS, I can customize this OS and can send it to him in the form of an image. So that is the main thing that we have to understand here. So now what we'll do, let me show this practically to you. So currently I don't have any instances running. So I'm going to launch an instance. So let me tell you, this 10 GB is nothing but, let me delete the volume separately, because there is already 20 GB there. So I want to delete this volume. So deleting volume is simple like this. Delete the volume. So then the volume is deleted and you have 33 GB right now in your AWS account. So anytime if we have anything, any modifications we need, we don't need to cancel all the process and go back, but just, we can open it in another tab and do whatever we want. So imagine this 10 GB is nothing but my softwares, the 100 softwares. So next, AMI, copy. So let it come alive. Meanwhile, while it comes into a running position, let me go ahead and check my Singapore region if I have any instances running over there. So you can see I don't have any instances running in Singapore region. There are no key pairs, no security groups, a single security group is there. Let me check if I have any AMIs, any volumes, any snapshots. No. So now let me come here. So this is coming into the running state. So now tell me, is image faster or a screenshot is faster? Is image faster or a screenshot is faster? Obviously screenshot, right? So screenshot is like snapshot. Is like snapshot in AWS, which is faster. Snap is faster. It comes first. Then comes the image. So before initially, we need to create a snapshot out of an image. But now as AWS is constantly evolving, we have an option, to these snapshots will get automatically created by AWS whenever we create an AMI. So the two things that gets copied to another region is snapshot plus AMI. So the image and the snapshot both will get copied. So creating an AMI and copying an AMI definitely takes time, because a snapshot it takes few seconds, and image it can take few minutes. So when will we deal with AMI? Simply when we are dealing with a C drive. So that is the only little theory that you should know from this thing. So now it has been passed. So now I want to send it to Singapore region. So how can I send it? Go to actions. So here in the images and templates, create an image, because Amazon machine image, right? So we are going to create this image. So I'm going to give a name to it. AMI copy. So I can give the same description also. I can give demo, practice, anything we want. So while the machine is copying something, for example, if this is a production instance, can we afford a reboot? Can we afford a reboot while the machine is being copied to some other region? If reboot happens, what happens? We cannot afford, right? So that is the reason why we enable no reboot. We are telling not to reboot when the copying processes happen. So here, this is our OS and the C drive, and this is the extra D drive, which has the 100 softwares. So it is asking to send image and snapshots together or separately. I am asking them to send it together. If you want, we can add tag. Otherwise, we don't need to. So just scroll it to your right side, and we can see create image. So an image is being created out of this particular OS. So all this OS, whatever is there, it is being created as an image. So where we can see this particular image, if you go to images in AMI, so feedback link already shared in the group, sir. Can you please check it? So you can see the status is still pending, but it will take time. So how can I send it to Singapore region? Just select this thing, go to actions, copy AMI. So it is asking what is your destination region. So my destination region is Singapore. So if you want, you can encrypt this AMI and snapshots also. So copy AMI. So it can take few minutes for the AMI to be copied. You can check the progress of the operation in the AMI table in AP Southeast 1, not AP South 1. AP South 1 means Mumbai. AP Southeast 1 means Singapore. So they are asking us to check the progress here in Singapore region. So let us go to Singapore region and let's check if any AMI is being copied here. So you can see here an AMI got copied. The status is still pending, but it is being copied. So this is how we copy and customize the AMI from one region to another region. So now I'm the person who was in Singapore receiving this particular thing. So when we launch an instance from this particular AMI, what happens? We'll be immediately redirected to the second step, because first step is choosing the AMI which we have already done. So this is how we can copy an AMI from one region to another region. So as a part of copying AMI, we get screenshots also. Normally when the status comes alive, you can see the screenshots, because see, created by create image. That means it got created along with AMIs. So we have to delete both the things. So delete snapshots. We need to delete the volume AMI also. So first what I'm gonna do, deregister AMI. So now here also I'm gonna deregister the AMI before it gets copied. Now let me go ahead and select this to delete snapshot. So see, we have successfully deleted the snapshots. So this is how we can copy an AMI from one region to another region. So now comes a situation. This is the last topic of today's session, and in 5 minutes we can finish this thing. So now I have my machine, and then I have an extra EBS volume, which is having some 100 movies or so.
ஏன் அவங்க கொஞ்ச நேரம் பாத்துட்டு போறீங்க, ஏன் அவங்க திட்டுறீங்க? காலையில இருந்து பிள்ளைங்க அம்மா அப்பா எல்லாமே தனியா இருக்குங்க.
So everybody please stay mute. So now I'm living in India, and my friend who is living in Singapore. Why I'm selecting Singapore means because it is nearest location to Mumbai, so that we can have less latency possible. We can select any region we want. That is not particular to select only Singapore. So we have 8 GB. So he can launch his machine, right? So he has an 8 GB machine running. But here this fellow wants my 100 movies CBS volume. Okay, maybe a extra 10 GB volume is there, and he wants this volume to be copied. So again, here also we can have, you know, two ways. Hard way is to ask him to download whatever he can find in internet. And the smart way is to convert this snapshot, you know, take this snapshot, copy it to Singapore region. Okay. So, but can we attach a snapshot directly to an EC2? Did I show you any option to attach a snapshot to an EC2? No, we can attach only volumes to EC2. So now I'm the person who has received it in Singapore. So what happens? I need to convert this snapshot to volume to a particular availability zone where this one is there, and then only I can attach this particular volume to the running EC2 here. So to simply put, we use AMI when we deal with C drive, like voice and stuff. We use snapshot when we use EBS, like volumes. Okay, so let me show it to you practically. So for that, let me create a volume. We don't need a running instance also. So let me terminate this thing. So now what I'll do, I'm just gonna go here. See, I don't have any volumes here. And I don't have any snapshots in Singapore region. So now this is the extra 10 GB that I have added. So imagine this is the 10 GB which is having movies. So I need to send this EBS to Singapore region. So how can I do that? First I need to create a snapshot out of it. So create a snapshot from the volume. So copy Singapore and create the snapshot. So if we go to snapshot, we can find it here. You see, it immediately completed also. You can see the status. You can see the status here. So now I want to send the snapshot to Singapore region. So go to actions, select the snapshot, go to actions, copy snapshot. So what is the destination region it is asking? So what is the destination region? Singapore, which is AP Southeast 1. So where is AP Southeast 1? Here it is. So we're just going to select it. If we want to encrypt it, we can encrypt it. But currently in 5 minutes, I'm going to delete this thing. So I'm not encrypting it. Copy snapshot. So here, you can see it, the snapshot is already being copied and the status is also completed and it is available. Now I am the person who have received this snapshot from somebody else, from my friend. So how can I attach this particular thing to an EC2, to my running EC2? Simply go to actions, create volume from a snapshot. So creating volume. So now if I come to volumes of this page, see I have a 10 GB available volume. So which is in the what zone? 1A zone. So in Singapore region, if I create an instance in 1A zone, I can easily attach this volume to my running EC2. So this is how we make use of options like copying AMI, copying snapshots, from one region to another, which can hardly take 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. In snapshot case, it is like, 2 seconds, like milliseconds and all. So this is how we can play with options in EC2 service. So with this, explaining this, so terminate everything. I do recommend you people to terminate in Singapore region, whatever you got, because once you close this tab, you're not going to open your Singapore region until next time you need to transfer something. So whatever are there here, it will be continuously running up here. So please do make sure when you practice this session, please do make sure that you terminate everything that you have created or copied. So in your own region also, terminate everything, because sometimes a volume will be stuck in your account. You don't know that there is extra volume and you keep on launching instances, but 10 GB is already here. That means you are only having 20 GB free tier eligibility. So you can close your account, sir. I'll show you how to close your account. So for somebody who just created accounts for this week, so I'm going to show you how to terminate your account. So don't get started by looking a number at here. So these are the instances actually, we have terminated or stopped and all. So it will go away in a minute or so. So you can go to your account here. So if you scroll down, when you are in this page, in the home page of your account, if you scroll down to the last bit of the page, you can see closing the account. So you can acknowledge whatever the things that they are telling you, and you can simply ask them, request them to close your account, and it will be closed, and you will get a confirmation mail that your account has been completely closed, and you can, you can never get a bill out of this thing. So this is how we can make sure that your account has been closed permanently and there is no way of getting a bill. So with having said that, so we have completed a whole EC2 service in this week, in this given 1.5 hour session. So thank you so much. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, thank you so much for being so supportive and energetic and giving responses whenever I have asked. It was so nice meeting you all and having this interaction session for a whole week. It was a blast for me. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I guess admin team will talk or do something.
Thank you,
So,
madam.
yes, thank you. Thank you so
Wonderful
much, everybody.
Thank you so much, Yashashvi. It's very great having you here. And we all had a wonderful learning from you in these 5 days. So thank you once again for the best knowledge you provided to us. And we wish to have more and more sessions with you.
Pleasure is mine, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Yashashvi. Yeah. Now I invite Mr. Ganesh Nag sir, founder and CEO of BRAINOVISION Solutions India Private Limited, who is the whole reason for this FDP and its success, to share his few words and address the program.
Yeah, thank you, Monishu. So I want something. I request everyone stop your video. Okay. Okay. So I hope I'm audible to all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you, Ashashvi. Thanks a lot. Wonderful session, and I would like to. We are glad, happy to end our program as a success on behalf of Renovision. I would like to thank all the 102 colleges, post colleges, and as well as universities and faculty coordinators for all the efforts you have put into this like program, and all the participants for actually like from past 6 days, okay, and making this program grand success. Thank you so much for everyone. And coming to Brainovision, so Brainovision we started in 2014, and till that, like whatever the services we are providing, these all the services you are seeing in the screen, and we collaborated with the AICT, and so we are providing summer internships. So, okay. These are the programs like we are into software development, and we are into boot camps and workshops, hackathons, FTPs. We are conducting summer internships. So if any one like looking for free internships, also 6 months internship, if anyone looking for free internship, that also we are providing for free of cost, and as well we are paying also if people are ready with tech skills. Okay. So generally, we took our system company. We took some people around. We are paying 15,000 to 20,000 rupees between. Okay, these are really work. I mean, interested to work for 6 months. That is actually we are looking. And summer internship generally we are charging. And if you need any MOUs or any other things from, because ours is a private limited company, okay, if any college looking for any MOUs, okay, so that also will support. And consultancy project we have starting from 10,000 to 1 lakh rupee, okay, 2 lakhs rupees. If any colleges require that help, and if you are some college, anyone able to develop applications in like anything like web development and data science, machine learning, or any thing, okay, So whenever we have like these projects, we will provide you that consultancy projects. And anyway, we are providing some few seminars also that we invite you. Okay, so those things and the free activities and workshops as well, as you know that, right? So these things like available, and as we discussed, right, BRAINOVISION is associated with AICTE, and if your college required anything, okay, so like workshops or anything, we are available. So till now we done like almost around, we can say now 15,000 plus interns we done, and 350 college collaborations with we have all over India. And till now we done 500 plus 80 workshops and 40 plus hackathons we done, and software development I mean we have products, and as well as we done different products. Okay, so right, this is the thing. And for the career guidance for the students generally, okay, this is most of the time, generally I say every time, many times people are talking about this. Okay, so now everyone talking about the recession and all, but this is not a recession. Again, I'm saying this is not a recession. This is actually layoffs. Means like people who don't have general EQ skills and IQ skills, and nowadays people, students and everyone having less EQ skills. If they want to make their EQ skills more, okay, they should go with quant reasoning, okay, verbal ability. These all the things actually they can increase their before learning any technology. They should go through this. Okay, so today I will share this one, this thing to everyone. Okay, and till fourth year, whenever they are coming, they should learn at least one or two topics like that. Okay, Amazon Web Services or Pega or anything, that kind of tools they should learn nowadays. Okay, and companies also looking extra add-ons what exactly they learn. Okay, so this is actually very helpful. And anyway, I'll just going to share this one. And so any students, actually this is not forcing. If any students are looking for students and any faculties and who want to job change, for 1 month we are providing summer internships, and 3 months also we are providing summer internships. Summer internship means we provide training, complete training, and as well as it's online. The after college only will provide me 6 to 9 between. Okay, depends on the like the technologies. We have different slots. Okay, so for 1 month and 3 months respective, and any of the college you have different thing, you can contact us. We have AWS, we have Java full stack, level 1 and level 2 also available, and the Java full stack level 1 and level 2 available, and low coding tools like WordPress and other tools also there, and Python full stack and C and data structure. These all the things actually we have. Anyone who are interested actually, so that's actually, and we provide right training certificate, and as well as internship certificate we'll provide after the test. So for today's thing, like who are enrolling, who are interested, we are providing for, generally the cost is 2,999, and today we are giving for only 1499. Any of the students who are interested for this AWS or anything, okay, sir, no? So this is actually because I know that many colleges ready to speak like for this, and yeah, this thing I just want to share. And we have a few galleries and few hackathons where we done previously. So this is all about again. So our galleries, and generally again the design thinking and the sustainability development goals, that is most important nowadays. Every student or every faculty should know this about sustainability development goals. Might be it might be something boring now, but the sustainability development goals you'll hear everywhere. That is major. I mean most important thing for every student. They should know about that sustainability development goals, and they should do research and all. So this is all about our hackathons, where we done hackathons, 36 hours hackathons in all. I mean, like many premium college in Hyderabad and other areas, Andhra Pradesh and all. Yeah. Thank you so much, Manushree, and thank you so much. Thank you, one and all, so for joining here.
Thank you so much, Ganesh sir. So, like whatever you have discussed, AWS work, level 1 and level 2 training, and also the 1 month today's offer 1 month internship links, we'll be sharing. We already shared in that YouTube chat box, and also we'll be sending them mails. So every link we'll be sending through the mails only. So, and when it comes to the feedback, so we are having 6 days feedback. So kindly, every faculty, please kindly fill the feedback without fail. So it's mandatory. We have posted all the 6 links in the YouTube chat box. So kindly fill all the 6 days feedback and for the certificate. And also we'll be having quiz tomorrow. Tomorrow evening we'll be having the quiz. So even that link you'll be getting through the mail. And when it comes to certificates, you'll be getting certificates within 15 days. So it takes, as we're having huge number of faculty participants, so it will take 15 days for you to receive the certificates. And also please join the Telegram group link. Please join the Telegram group. So we have shared that link also in the chat box, and also we'll be sharing you to the mail. So we are glad and happy to end our program as a success on this behalf of BRAINOVISION. I would like to thank all the 1 or 2 colleges, post-college faculty coordinators, and all the college management for all the efforts you have put into this program, and all the participants for active participation and making this huge success. So now I invite host scholars to share their words. So 1 minute. So we have shared all the links in the chat box, and also you'll be getting through the mails. Now I invite Nagamani ma'am, Assistant Professor from Bangalore Institute of Technology, to share your words. I call Nagamani ma'am from Bangalore Institute of Technology. Rishabh Dev Shukla sir from Bajaj Institute of Technology, Kolkata. Okay. Nagamani ma'am from Bangalore Institute of Technology.
Hello. Good evening, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yes. Good evening, one and all. Myself, Nagamani, Assistant Professor, Department of CSC, Bangalore Institute of Technology, Bangalore. It's my privilege to propose vote of thanks. I thank being a part of the 6-day national level FTP on AWS, and I wholeheartedly thank the CEO, Mr. Ganesh sir, and his team for wonderful organization of all 6 days FTP. And also I would like to thank Ms. Yashasvi Surabhi for her excellent sessions. So we have very insights of AWS. We have a little heard about AWS, but now I got very wonderful informative sessions. and I work practically also. We are here, we look forward for your offline sessions also. So thank you, ma'am.
We're glad, ma'am. Pleasure is mine.
On behalf of Raja Vakkalagari Sangha, Bangalore Institute of Technology and CSC Department, I thank you for you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Dr. Rishabh Dev Shukla sir from Virtualization Institute of Technology, Kolkata. I invite K. Pranati ma'am from CMR Engineering College.
Good evening all, a very good evening everyone. I'm Pranati, working as an assistant professor in the Department of IT CMR CMR Engineering College. First and foremost, I would like to express my sincere thanks to BRAINOVISION Solutions and the team, and also our speaker for the great knowledge transfer. That was really an excellent session, ma'am. Next, I would like to thank our management and also our principal of CMREC, Dr. A. Srinivas Reddy Garu, and also our board department HODs, that is IT and CSC, Dr. Madhavi Pingley and Dr. Shiokumar sir, for arranging this beautiful session for us. Once again, I sincerely thank the speaker for providing this knowledge transfer. It was very nice. It was a crystal clear experience, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Pranati, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Dr. Aarti Tanwade, HOD of Dole Patil College of Engineering.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yes, audible.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I'm Dr. Aarti Dandavate from Dole Patil College of Engineering, Pune, State, Maharashtra. And I really am very thankful to BRAINOVISION, and I'm very thankful to a speaker who gave really good insights about AWS. And especially even I'm so interested in Linux and its derivatives. I generally work with those operating system, and launching and creating a single instances, multiple instances, everything. It is so clear. So actually, and the hands-on, whatever it has been taught to us, that is worth of working hands-on and getting the knowledge. I'm truly indebted for giving such a good insights, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Thanks, BRAINOVISION. Thanks for everything. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I invite K. Praveen Kumar sir, Assistant Professor from Geetham, Hyderabad campus. I invite Dr. Satish Mukpidi sir, Assistant Professor from GMR Institute of Technology. Sir, you're muted.
A very good evening all. I, Dr. Satish Mukudi, working as a Senior Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering in GMR Institute of Technology, Rajam. First of all, I would like to express my sincere thanks to our GMR IT management and our beloved director, Dr. J. Girish sir, our dynamic principal, Dr. CLV RSV Prasad sir, for allowing us to conduct this 1 week FDP on AWS. And I would like to express my thanks to our CSE HOD, Dr. A.V. Ramana sir, and CSE department faculty and non-teaching staff for supporting us to conduct this a 1 week FDP. And I would like to thank the resource person Surabhi madam for giving all the insights about AWS. I would like to thank Mr. Ganesh sir and his team at the BRAINOVISION for conducting this AWS FDP. And I would like to thank all the participants who are actively participating in this mega event, a 1 week AWS FDP. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Rashmi Kuveru, ma'am, Assistant Professor from Institute of Aeronautical Engineering.
Thank you, ma'am.
Rashmi Kuveru, ma'am. from Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Dr. K. Logesh sir, Assistant Professor from Kuppam Engineering College.
Yeah, this is Dr. Logesh. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening to all of you. I am Dr. Logesh from Kuppam Engineering College, Department of CSE. First of all, I would like to thank our management, principal and vice principal for giving an opportunity to conduct such a very good workshop, FDP on AWS. And next, I would like to thank our partner, BRAINOVISION Solution, for hands-on with this such a very good workshop, and the resource person Surabhi madam, very good the hands-on experience. We got very good knowledge about this AWS, but still practical oriented. Still more time will be given. Still it must be useful, and also in future I expect such a type of faculty development program with the recent technology like deep learning and advanced machine learning and AR, VR technology related. If you conduct, it will be very much useful for the faculty members as well as those who are interested to learn such an area. And okay, anyway, I would like to thank Ganesh sir, Swami sir, and once again the resource person for giving an opportunity to attend the workshop. And also I'd like to thank all the participants, those who are very actively participated the workshop last 6 days of this session. Thank you one and all to all of you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I invite Dr. A. Ramarao sir, Professor in HOD from Lendi Institute of Engineering and Technology, Autonomous.
Yeah, good evening, madam. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Lendi Institute of Engineering and Technology, Department of Computer Science, myself is Dr. A. Ramarao. I convey my thanks to BRAINOVISION CEO, Mr. Ganesh Garu, for conducting such a great event with grand success. And I would like to thank the speaker, SSV Surabhi Garu. She delivered the nice presentations and real-time demonstrations. I thank to all the participants, and I'm very thankful to once again the BRAINOVISION for giving such a great opportunity for our college. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we invite Dr. D. Pradeep sir, Assistant Professor from M. Kumaraswamy College of Engineering.
Very good evening, Ananda. I'm very much happy to give a vote of thanks in front of you all. So on behalf of M. Kumaraswamy College of Engineering from Tamil Nadu, I extend my vote of thanks to the BRAINOVISION and the Ganesh sir, and I give the special thanks to resource person Surabhi ma'am. Thanks a lot, ma'am, and I extend my thanks to all the participants. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I invite Dr. R. Vasanthi ma'am, Professor and Head of the Department of Narasu Shastri Institute of Technology. Dr. R. Vasanthi ma'am. I invite Dr. S. Patur Nisha ma'am, HOD from Nehru Institute of Technology. Now I invite Dr. P. Karupaswamy, Professor of PSR Engineering College. Now I invite Dr. A. Hemalata Devi ma'am, Assistant Professor from Panamalar Engineering College.
Good evening to one and all present here. I'm Hemlata Devi, behalf of CSE Department, Panimala Engineering College. I really thanks to Mr. Ganesh, BRAINOVISION, to arrange such a wonderful FDP for faculties. And we are very impressed with the speaker, Yuvashri ma'am, and a special thanks to her to give a nice speech and understandable practical sections. And again, I thanks our HOD, Murhali ma'am and Sheila ma'am. And I extend my thanks to Chairman Chinnadurai sir. And thank you very much, Ganesh sir, to arrange this wonderful FDP program and coordinate with everyone from other state also. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I invite G. Mayatri, ma'am, Assistant Professor from PBR Vishwadaya Institute of Technology and Science.
Good evening, madam.
Good
Very
evening,
good evening
sir.
to all. Very good evening to all who are present here. This is Malyadari working as Assistant Professor in EC Department. On behalf of PBR Vishwadaya Institute of Technology, Kavali express my thanks to all the participants and special thanks to BRAINOVISION team for sharing their great knowledge. Thank you, madam. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I invite CP Tamil Selvi ma'am, ASP and HOD of CSC from PPG Institute of Technology. Now I invite Parvati Kalli ma'am, Associate Professor from Pradevara Institute of Technology. I invite Dr. Om Prakash sir, Associate Professor from Raghu Institute of Technology.
Very good evening, everyone. Am I audible, madam?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm Dr. Om Prakash Samantra, Associate Professor in CSC, Raghu Institute of Technology, Visakhapatnam. On behalf of RIT, I convey my heartfelt thanks to BRAINOVISION, AICTE, and our college management for providing the opportunity to conduct such a great FDP. Many of our faculty and students have attended this FDP and found it useful. Though we have AWS Academy partnership and we are offering AWS skill course as a part of our curriculum from the second year of BTech, but still this FDP has helped our faculty to get more deep insights of AWS services and concepts. And it will definitely help our faculty to train our students in a better way to improve the employability skills. Thank you, BRAINOVISION, for this great opportunity. And in future also, we are expecting such events with few more concepts. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I invite Dr. D. Tamil Selvam, Assistant Professor from Rajiv Gandhi Arts and Science Colleges, Puducherry.
Good evening, one and all. Am I audible? Good evening, one and all. Am I audible?
Good evening, sir. You're audible.
Yeah. So I am Dr. D. Tamil Selvam on behalf of Department of Computer Science, Rajiv Gandhi College, from Puducherry, and the coordinator of this FTP. Gives me immense pleasure to bid vote of thanks for this FTP. On behalf of our organizing committee, our principal, Dr. Cherin Shivan ma'am, head of the department, Yamuna ma'am, and other organizing member. This has been a vision of ACT to educate the teaching fraternity with the technology and with the brain of BRAINOVISION and the collaboration with the different colleges, around 100 plus colleges throughout India, 10,000 plus participants participating in the FTP. So all these 6 days, A week-long FTP was filled with informative and resourceful sessions, which gave a detailed insight into Amazon Web Services. So my special thanks to the research person, Surabhi ma'am, BRAINOVISION, EICT, and Minister of Education for making this FTP grand success. Thank you one and all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I invite Mr. K. Ravikant, sir, Assistant Professor from Rajiv Gandhi University of Knowledge Technologies, Basra.
Yeah, thank you, Manasi Garu. I hope we are able to hear my voice.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah, I think it's my privilege to give my vote of thanks from our university. So let me all welcome you. Welcome, India. I proudly announce Welcome, India because I think our Ganesh sir has done a great thing by, making all states come together from our India, hosting this event, FDP program on AWS. So once again, I congratulate the entire BRAINOVISION team for, hosting this event countrywide. This is which we require actually. So we have to collectively work for technology enhancement. So on behalf of this program, I would also like to thank my management of Rajiv Gandhi University Knowledge Technologies, Basra, as Chief Patron of our FDP program, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor V. Venkatraman, sir, and our Patron of our event, Director, Professor P. Satish Kumar, sir, and also the Coordinator, Head of Department from CSC, Mr. Sujay Sarkar, sir, and all my CSC faculty members and all the participants who have really done a great job, because it was very short time for us, but still we were happy that we have received around 400 plus registration from our university. So I would like to thank each and every participant, and also all the participants who have participated from different campuses across India. So once again, I wish BRAINOVISION continues such kind of enriched enhancement programs to motivate, to mentor students and also faculty community across the globe. So thank you once again, BRAINOVISION, and also special thanks to the speaker for mentoring and also training our participants throughout this week. I think this time was fantastic for all our, research scholars and faculty. So I hope they've all utilized the services of BRAINOVISION. I hope BRAINOVISION come forward with many such FDP program workshops and hackathons in upcoming days, and having a combined event conferences throughout India. So once again, thank you all for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I invite Dr. P. Asha ma'am, Associate Professor from Satyabama Institute of Science and Technology. I invite Dr. P. Munishwari ma'am, Associate Professor from Savita School of Engineering, Chennai. I invite P. Lakshmi Sagar sir, Assistant Professor from Sri Vidyaniketan Engineering College.
Good evening to one and all. May I audible now?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, madam. It's a great opportunity and a privilege to me to give a vote of thanks on behalf of Sri Vidyaniketan Engineering College from the Department of CSSC. First, I would like to thank our management of Sri Vidyaniketan Engineering College, Principal Sir, Satish Sir, and HOD Ramane Madam, who kindly supported us for conducting of this program. In this regard, I would like to thank the BRAINOVISION team for kindly accepting our request to make the conducting of this valuable FDP on AWS through the national level from 22nd to 27th August. Okay. Finally, I thank each registered participant in this FDP has chosen the host as our Sri Vidyaniketan Engineering College. Thank you. Finally, I will expect and these type of events to be happen in the near future in a great extent from our BRAINOVISION team. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I invite Dr. S. Balakrishnan, sir, Professor and Head of the Department from Sri Krishna College of Engineering and Technology. I invite Shivani ma'am, Assistant Professor from Stanley College of Engineering and Technology for Women.
A warm and pleasant good evening to one and all present here attending the session. I, Hajra Subhani, Assistant Professor of IT Department from Stanley College of Engineering, Hyderabad, Telangana State. A sincere and heartfelt thanks to BRAINOVISION team on behalf of our college correspondent Sir Sri Krishna Rao Garu, our Principal Sir Sri Satya Prasad Lanka Garu, our Dean Sir Sri Vinay Babu Garu, and our HOD Sir, HOD IT, Dr. Srinivas Badagu Sir, for organizing 1 week free FTP on AWS in association with BRAINOVISION Solution, AICTE, and Ministry of Education. A sincere thanks to BRAINOVISION team, especially to CEO Sir Ganesh Nagadodi Sir, and a resource person Yasasvi Subi Madam for sharing a crystal clear knowledge which is completely practical. Thank you once again. And last but not the least, all the participants who have attended the sessions regularly. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I invite Dr. Pindo Malviya ma'am, Associate Professor from Tirthankar Mahavir University.
Am I audible? Am I audible? A very good evening to one and all. On behalf of the Tirthankar Mahavir Institute of Technology and Management, I pleasure to propose vote of thanks. At the outset, I would like to thank CEO BRAINOVISION, Krishna for and his entire team for organizing such a wonderful event.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I invite Banu Prasad Sir, Associate Professor from Vardhaman College of Engineering.
A very good evening to one and all. I, A. Banu Prasad, Associate Professor of CSC Department, Vardhaman College of Engineering, Hyderabad, would like to convey thanks to BRAINOVISION CEO Mr. Ganesh Garu, the HR Monusri ma'am, and other organizing team for conducting such a huge FDP on AWS. Yes, of course, this is the time for making cross research on different areas, and the AWS with cloud computing background would definitely help the other researchers to participate with the combination of data science also. Nearly 12,000 participants, which is a very big mega event. Many of us have conducted nationwide FDP, but we could pull up very few. But this event has made nearly 12,000 participants across the India. So I wish BRAINOVISION very successful in future. And I express my warm thanks to Speaker Surbi ma'am for all the insights given. And as a research side, as well as invoking the participant to go through AWS. I thank my other coordinator, Dr. Hariharan sir, CSE Department HOD, Dr. K. Ramesh sir, our principal, Dr. JVR Ravindra Garu, and management for accepting our request and permitting us to conduct and host this wonderful FDP in association with BRAINOVISION. I thank all the participants across India, especially all the participants who have opted Vardhaman College of Engineering as their host college. Nearly 250 plus participants have opted, not only from Telangana, across AP, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and other states. I wish them all that they have gone through the FDP and acquired some knowledge which can be useful for their research. I thank once again BRAINOVISION. Here O is like 0, where even though it is 0 has no value, but it is the value where computer has, without this 0, it could not be come into existence. Same way, I wish this BRAINOVISION that O would be helpful for all the colleges to do more activities such way and reaches great heights. I thank you, CEO Ganesh sir, and participants once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I invite Dr. K. Subhash Bhagavan, sir, HOD and Associate Professor from SESI Institute of Technology and Engineering.
Yeah, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thank you for giving this opportunity. I am Dr. K. Subhash Bhagavan, HOD IT Department, SESI Institute of Technology and Engineering. I would like to thank management of SESI Institute of Technology and Engineering for giving this opportunity to conduct this national FDP program. And I would like to thank the CEO of the BRAINOVISION, Mr. Ganesh sir, and his team for organizing such a great, wonderful FDP program. And at the same way, I want to thank resource person, Yashashvi ma'am, for sharing the practical knowledge on AWS, because it's very difficult to create much more knowledge on AWS. So for